last lesson we looked on a classical management that was discussed by Machiavelli in the 19th and 18th century. But today we are going to look on the branches of classical school of thought. There are two branches of classical school of thought. The first one is scientific management and the second one is administrative theory. But scientific management has been discussed by Tylor, and that's why they called the father of scientific management. According to Tylor, he said that in every management there should be a systematic organization and analysis of tasks scientifically, especially scientifically. He called it because it was possible to analyze scientifically the tasks what teachers to do or workers to do, analyze it systematically and assign to workers to do. According to him, there is a way of maximizing the profit. A human being can be programmed like a machine to do something or task effective. So according to Tylor, a human being can be programmed as a machine to perform a certain task. Remember that those tasks has to be assigned systematically and scientifically. According to Tylor, he said that workers need constant direction, so do not give them a space. He came up with the time and emotional studies. According to him, unnecessary movement should be discouraged so as to enable the effective and efficient performance of work. According to him, unnecessary movement should be a wastage of time. So an individual has to reduce his unnecessary motions and so as to save the time and reach the goal that has been set. According to him, to test this or to verify and prove that he did a test by indicating and locating a certain camera, a moving camera, so as to look on the motions of his or her workers. Later on, Mr. Tylor came up with several principles of management. According to him, the following are principles of scientific management. The first one is using science in each element of work. According to Tylor, being unable to use a scientific method in each element of work will make you fail to analyze some issues using science. There will be a standard working condition and equipment. When you are using a science, there will be a standard methods and a condition for working, hence to improve the efficiency and effective production. The second one, according to Tylor, is selection and development of employee for his or her best efficiency. According to him, you have to select the workers scientifically. After being selected, make sure that you develop them, maybe by increasing their knowledges, so as to enhance you and your worker to maximize the profit and meet the objective or the goals that have been set earlier. Later on, Tylor added the third one, known as the way work done should be in harmony rather than individualism. As a scientific method or scientific principles of management, Tylor argued that the work should be done in cooperation rather than be individual. Working in cooperation, the manager should cooperate with his or her workers so as to maximize the profit and meet the goals that have been set earlier. The last principle, according to Tylor, that have been discussed in 1912 division of the work. Division of the work. According to Tylor, the division of the work should depend on the ability of the worker. So divide the work according to the ability or capability of the worker. Either they can perform high and other perform low. So according to him, you divide the piece of work that a worker should perform and finish it at a time, or that inserted time. So Tylor come up with those discussed four principles of scientific management. Yes, see you next time when we are coming up to discuss the characteristics of scientific technique that was discussed also by Tylor. Later on we are coming to discuss the characteristics of scientific management that was discussed by Tylor. For today it is enough. See you next time. Bye bye.